3 years! It took 3 years for this thing to come to my doorstep. Was it worth it? Watch the video and find out. Japan has a massive market in anime and gaming figures, catering to a diverse audience of enthusiasts and collectors. This now also involves the Soulspawn genre with the rising popularity of From Software titles, prompting them to grant licenses to various companies to create figures based on their IPs and characters. However, I'm uncertain as to how well known this fact is within the Soulspawn community, which is what prompted me to make this video in the first place, with Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice being one of the latest From Software games getting figures of its characters. I recently acquired a figure of Sekiro through a website named AmiAmi, who is more well known for selling anime merchandise. Now, the funny thing is that I had pre-ordered this figure nearly 3 years ago. At that time, I think the initial release date was projected to be around late 2020 to early 2021. However, over the course of these 3 years, I was receiving multiple notifications regarding delays for this figure's release, which became a running joke for me that this Sekiro figure is as unlikely to release as Ubisoft's Skull and Bones game. And these delays were actually so bad that even the manufacturer recognized the absurdity of this situation and sent an apology card alongside the figure, which also included a small piece of cloth bearing the crest of the samurais in Sekiro within the Hirata estate, which tickled my humor senses when I opened the box and found these items. From my perspective, this level of acknowledgement of the delays and the effort to make amends is commendable and definitely reflects positively on Gecko. But with such an extended waiting period though, the expectations for this figure's quality are undoubtedly high. So, let's see what they have cooked for over 3 years and whether the wait was worth it or not. The figure came at a significant cost. Including shipping and customs, I paid a total of roughly $420. And including the custom display case I wanted for it, I paid an additional $150 on top of that. The base of the figure is modeled after a corner rooftop in Ashina Castle and showcases a high level of detail. The figure itself is accompanied by an array of different parts, allowing for a customizable display with various options. Included are Sekiro's swords, the Kusa, as I said, and the Mortal Blade, which each can either be positioned in his main hand or sheathed onto his back. Additionally, 3 types of prosthetic tools are provided: the default tool that is frequently depicted in official artworks, the axe, and the flamethrower. While these don't cover nearly all of the prosthetic tools available in the game, they offer sufficient display options. Personally, I'm content with this selection as I know that I will choose only one and never change it again. Now as for the figure itself, it is an impressive work of art with an extreme attention to detail throughout. Sekiro wears his most familiar default outfit and every inch of it has been meticulously designed to portray him extremely authentic. To the point where I noticed that the figure actually depicts Sekiro's short beard with a precision that surpasses even his game model, showcasing yet again an enormous level of care and attention that went into its creation, which definitely made the wait worthwhile for me. I would say that letting them cook for over 3 years really paid off in the end. The final product is definitely as shown in its marketing material and a real treat to own as such. The final product is a remarkable collectible that was well worth the investment of money and time, which I'm happy with since Sekiro is one of my most beloved games from Software. And I'm really glad that company Gecko took its time to make a high quality product instead of pumping out some easy and cheap to produce little figures. However, I do have to nitpick one thing though. Displaying the figure does present a bit of a challenge, particularly if space is limited and an optimal viewing angle isn't available. To truly appreciate the craftsmanship and the detail of the figure, it is best viewed from an elevated position like the top of a bookshelf. And achieving this optimal display setting isn't an option for me, which isn't a deal breaker at all, but it does decrease my enjoyment of the figure a bit. In the end, however, the extremely long wait and the costs were undeniably worth it for me. The figure definitely surpassed my expectations and gave me a great collectible of Sekiro. For those of you contemplating whether this figure is something you want, it ultimately depends on whether you're willing to spend the time to track down this figure and pay more money than me. If you are a die-hard fan of Sekiro, then you know who you are and probably started searching for it already. Regardless, I thought that I should share this aspect of From Software's games with you all since I haven't seen many people talking or making videos about this. I will release this video somewhere before Christmas time to maybe give you an idea about a perfect gift for either yourself or a significant other. And although I got my Sekiro figure at the beginning of fall, it still is for me the best self-made gift this year. If you have made it to the end of this video, then check out some of my other Elden Ring lore videos, which I mainly do on this channel, and subscribe if you want to see more of my content. I'll spend the next month or two working on an extremely long video, which I'm sure you don't want to miss. As such, there will probably be no video until the new year. Unless From Software decides to drop a trailer for Shadow of the Earth 3 at the Game Awards on the 7th of December. Anyway, I wish you a Merry Christmas time, see you in the next video, and have a good time until then. Ciao.